Hello everybody, I am Buck WSR Weezer, and today we're working on the John Deere 345. Our project today is to service the Transaxle, the hydrostatic transmission on the John Deere 345. Here's the materials we're going to need for this job. There's two filters we're going to have to replace. One is part number M806848. This is the filter that actually inserts into the bottom of the transaxle. The second filter, which is John Deere part number AM120916, is an inline filter that's located beside the transaxle. So we've got to change those two filters. And then we need up to 5 gallons of the John Deere Hy-gard transmission and hydraulic oil. I think it takes 4.3 quarts, so we ended up needing to buy 5. Now the first step is to remove from the tractor this fender, this seat pan. And that shouldn't be too difficult. We have 2 bolts here that are easy to access, and then on each side down low there are 2 bolts that go through the pan into the foot guard, footrest I should say. That's the same on both sides. So I really think that those 6 bolts are what we're going to need to remove to take off the fender, the seat pan, that will give us access to the top of the transaxle. So let me take a moment or two and do that work, and then I'll come right back at you. Now to remove the seat pan, you've got to disconnect the seat switch wire and carefully feed it down through here. Okay, once we've done that, I've removed the bolts. I should be able to pick this up and take it off. Should. There we go. And I'll set that to the side with grunts and groans. This is a great opportunity to clean off all the accumulated debris. And I think it may also be advantageous to get our gas tank, move that off to the side. So now down here we have access to the transaxle. This thing's covered with grease. This had a big oil leak for a long time. And I'm going to clean this off while we have the opportunity, and then we'll come back and complete the maintenance, changing out the hydraulic fluid. Alright, this guy's so caked up with grease and grime, this calls for drastic measures. Alright, that may have seemed a bit extreme, but this transaxle was extremely dirty, and there was no way to do this job with that much grime and dirt built up. So I don't even know when this was serviced, if at all, but because it had a big oil leak, just got coated with oil, and the dirt starts to build up and build up. Alright, so we're going to drain the fluid next. I have to do that from underneath. That won't be a whole lot to see. Here's our inline filter that we'll change after that. And then down here we have the filter that screws in, inserts itself into the transaxle that we can get from below. This is our fill port. after we've done those steps where we will refill the transaxle. So next step is to drain it. Let's go. All right, I've chocked the front wheels, applied the parking brake, and going to lift the back end off the ground a little bit. I'm going to remove the tire just to make it a little bit easier to access and get under there to open up the drain plug. All right, now to go under and open up that drain. Okay, here's our drain plug down here. It's a 12mm bolt. And we're draining. Let's go ahead and remove the filter, the one that inserts into the transaxle. That's down here. Unscrew the cap. That's this guy right there. He's looking like he's ready to be changed, isn't he? All right, let's go get the new one. All right, new guy goes in. I moistened the end of it. It just slides in. And we put the cap back on. That doesn't seem too hard, does it? And that's the one filter. All right, this inline filter is back here. Some may argue that it's easier to get from underneath. I'm not so sure. The ends of these filter are two different sizes, which is kind of nice because that way you're not going to install it backwards. And I'm going to put a 7/8 wrench there and then a 13/16 wrench here to loosen that. All right. Okay, he's loose. And yes, it is dripping, so good we got the pan under there. Then for the other end, you need a 15/16 wrench here. And the other is, I think, a 1-inch, which I don't have. So I'm going to try to use this adjustable. Right, I think we'll do that. Alright, he's loose and free, and I'm just letting it drain into the drain pan down there. There he is. He's covered with grime and grease. Alright, I'm just going to wipe down some of this. Okay, and we'll go get the new filter. Here's the new guy. He shows you which way the flow is, but it's not like you can screw it up anyway because the ends are different sizes. I'm going to use a little bit of clean oil on the end because there's an O-ring at each end there. And we'll get it back in. So one side tightened down. And I think that's it. I haven't put the drain plug on yet. I've been letting it drip as long as possible, but I suppose we could do that now. And then we tighten it down with the 12mm. All right, all that remains is to fill it. We're using John Deere low viscosity Hy-gard. Part number TY222000. I think it calls for 4.3 quarts. We'll see how much it actually takes. All right, my recommendation is to drive the tractor for a little bit and then check the oil level once again. So let's go ahead and put the cooling fan back on. I had removed it for that pressure washing event. Put the wheel back on. That's it. Reconnect the seat switch. Bolt the can down. Everything's all back together. Seat can fenders back on, and yeah, we're done. So now we know how to service the Transaxle hydrostatic transmission with the John Deere 345. I know it's also on some other models, and feels good to get that done. I am Buck WSR Weezer. I thank you for joining me on this project, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel for additional videos on small engine maintenance and repair. Appreciate your comments, questions. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.